All right, good morning, welcome back. I hope you share this video with your friend, your best friend. So today we are talking about, I'm gonna show you into a few different language arts programs, including HBL. I'm gonna show you some grammar programs, and I'm going to start with before we get to products of the day, I'm gonna start with a new segment called What We Did Today, so that you can see what I taught today and get an idea as to, like, maybe you can, not necessarily you could either buy the curriculum I use, or you could take that idea and recreate it in your own homeschool should you want to. Okay, so what did I teach today? This is, I will put on the screen what it's from, but it is Moving Beyond the Page, 6 to 8. This is What You Want for Dinner, explaining the difference between an omnivore, carnivore, and herbivore. So there we got 3 of them listed down there, and then we just pick up these foods and we just put them in there. We just did it mostly talking. Like, you're supposed to cut them out and paste and put them in. We didn't do that. So that is what we did today. Okay, so let us get to products of the day. Now, through this program, through the video today, you're going to see a few different products and curriculum for sure. But one of the things I wanted to show you was, check this out. This is Doodle America. Doodle America. Isn't it cool? Doodle your own design for an American flag. Let's see, what is happening on the boardwalk? Doodle it. Doodle a Thanksgiving feast. So I definitely wouldn't say this is, I mean, I guess it's for any age, but I would think a little bit older kids, but maybe not. What did the fisherman catch? Doodle a lighthouse. Benjamin Franklin is flying a kite. Doodle it. There we go. The redcoats are coming. Doodle a lobster trap. The South. So, Doodle America. Now, I'm going to get right into it, but I'm going to show you through the video. You're going to see a few different products and books and curriculum and things like that. So let's just get to it. Okay, so I want to talk language arts curriculum. I want to show you just into a few. I have some books here. These books are from HBL. HBL from Sunlight. So that's History, Bible, Language Arts. This is the kindergarten. So these are the books that it came with. And I will say, my kindergartner went crazy for them. He loved them. He loved these books. Now, I will say that older than that, they were not a huge hit. Like, the kindergarten was specifically, that's it, and then after that. And I will say it was a complete disappointment that this is their HBL book. I think it's just, I just think it's just a real disappointment. I mean, it's just a lot of reading, and I think when you're little, you don't sit still a lot. When you're in kindergarten age, you don't sit still a lot. So I just don't think you're ready to sit still for something like this. So one of the books, here's a couple books this is the book right now that we're going through, but we also have, I've showed you a few different types of, and even into a curriculum before, but this is, I Want to Be Just Like Jesus. So take a look at this. I want to be just like Jesus. And so this is all we do. Jesus was thankful, and then he explains where it was in the Bible that demonstrates that. And then we talk about fast food, and then Jesus and me, and then we do the prayer for today. So that's it. Jesus was responsible, so it's trying to be more like, just like Jesus. That's what we use. And then we've also used this before when they were really little. It's good. It is the Early Reader's Bible, and what's great about it is it always has something to do. So it has something to ask and something to do. So it tells you a story. So this starts with creation right here. God made many things, starts with creation. And then it says something to ask and something to do. When you see the moon, thank God for it. When you see the stars, thank God for them. And things like that. So I just like that concept, that it goes to the Bible, and they're very, like, look, there's not that much text and there's a lot of pictures. And for little kids, especially kids who won't sit still, I think that is, I mean, I just love it. I just love it. Now, I have showed you through a kindergarten and a grade 1 Bible curriculum as well. So that's another reason that I'm disappointed with Sunlight. When your name is Sunlight, Sonlight, which is the same company as Bookshark, which should give you a little hint into them, that I just think that you need to have a better Bible curriculum than that. All right, so let's talk some language arts. So plus it's a literacy program, and this is their literacy for the kindergartner. And again, the kindergartner loved it. He loved it. All right, so let's talk. I have showed you the curriculum we use to teach reading. This is another really simple reading program. You can get it on, it's $10 a book if you get it on the Rainbow Resources. If you get it on Amazon, it's way overpriced for some odd reason. So this is the word list. So you need the word list book, and then it comes with 3 I Can Read It books. So how to use this book. It basically teaches you how to read from here. So lesson 1, you're learning at words. Bat, cat, fat. So you go over these, right? And then you flip to lesson 1. So it's very similar to the system I use, but the system I use has mnemonic devices to teach, because down here it's is a the. The system I use uses mnemonic devices to teach is a the. So then they just have to sound out pat, rat, and they can read a story. So that's the only difference between my system, my system, like I invented it, the system we use and this system. So again, and then you flip to the next story and it's going to have another sight word down there, that, and it's going to build on what was before. Because this is, again, lesson 1. And so you get to read all about Nat. Nat the fat cat, Nat. And it does have a picture in it, which I like. The readers I have in the system I use doesn't have that picture in there, which just, I think, makes the story a little more kind of interesting. Oh, just a little better. Okay, so that is the system. It is the I Can Read It. It's by John Holtzman. There you go, if you can see that. Next up we got, okay, so I'm going to show you 2 different grammar programs. I want to show you into Fix-It Grammar. So Fix-It Grammar I love. I think it's really great. Now, there's a bunch of different ways to teach grammar. A lot of people just teach it through copy work, which is how I learned grammar. So because of that, I can't name what a noun is, for example. Like I know now that it's a people, place, or thing, but if you had asked me, which I don't know that there's any tests out there that are like, hey, what's a noun? But maybe there are. But if you want to learn things about nouns and articles and stuff like that, then for the older kids, you would need a grammar curriculum, unless it comes there's a few curriculums that it's all inclusive, like language arts curriculum, where it's not broken down. So let me explain to you. So there's 2 types of language arts programs. There's all-in-one, where your child has to be at the same level for reading, writing, and like printing and things like that. Or you can do manuscript, you can do cursive writing, but it's all in one. So you're learning all the sounds, you're learning all the grammar, you're learning everything all at once. And in The Good and the Beautiful, they also teach art in there as well. When you get a bit up, they have art in their language arts as well. So, or you can separate it. Now, I separate it. Now, a language arts program is not necessarily the same as a literacy program. Literacy is just reading, right? And enjoying good works enjoying good literacy works. So there's new works that you can read, and then there's classic works. Whatever, it's just personal preferences, whatever you prefer. So let's take a look at, now the reason I don't use an all-in-one, which the other week I showed you a really cool all-in-one that has everything in it that is very cool and I really like it, is because we're not on par with handwriting and reading and stuff. Those aren't our strengths. So I've separated them to make it a little bit easier. So we do grammar separately. We do literacy separately because we read a lot. But let's take a look at, so this is the system we use right now, because this system would be for older. This you could start grade 1. And it's pretty simple. I'll just show you like day 17. So it always has a capitalization. Capitalize the days of the week. Wednesday. And it's a 1-page system. Then it's always got punctuation. The days of the week can be shortened. Add a period. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then you match them up there. And then the lesson is a noun may name a thing. For example, bed. Draw a picture of a noun that names a thing. So bed. And then sentence. And it always has copy work. You can either copy it down here or you can trace it depending on your level. Trace or write the words in this sentence. So I like that some kids may not be able to write and some kids are on par for tracing. And I love that it's 1 a day, which is what I love about this thing. So this again, this is Easy Grammar Grade 1 Student Workbook. And this is Fix-It Grammar. So Fix-It Grammar, this is the student book level 1. All right, so I just wanted to show you, this is the teacher's manual and this is the student manual. So you can see it's very simple for both teacher and student. So now when you get in, it's going to teach you about articles, but this is for older kids. So for example, poor, it has a definition, which I like as well because I'm really into vocab. Did you ever hear the story of 3 poor soldiers? Okay, so now it's like, so then you have to rewrite the sentence correctly. Okay, so first of all, like, where's the vocabulary in here? Poor, mark it, so read it, poor, and then read the definition. And then 2 nouns, so you have to underline where are the nouns here. And nouns are, just so you know, articles come before nouns. So the story of the 3 poor soldiers. So I believe, if I'm correct, Yeah, so the story and the soldiers are the nouns. So I would definitely need the teacher's manual for this if that's what we're using. So now capitalization, did the first word of the sentence, and end marks. Use a quotation at the end of the sentence. So it basically tells you how to do it. And it's very simple. Again, it's a page a day, which I think is great. Now, I wouldn't think you have to wait too long. I would say maybe grade 3, but I guess it depends on where, this is by IEW, I guess it depends on where your child is at. But I love, again, 1 a day, because it shouldn't be, you know, because you can do a lot more things if they are 1 a day. So there you go. And in here, let me see if it shows you, it will tell you in the beginning what you need to do. And then just so you know, okay, so it's got all those things that you're going to cover, adjectives, interjection, things like that through the book. Now, yesterday I also showed you, or the last video, I went through a bunch of different kindergarten curriculums, for you to see, for you to check out. And in there I also showed kind of a way, one of the things I do to teach my ADHD ODD son. So you could take a look at that video. I will attach at the end. It is in the beginning to see how just one of the methods we use to get him, you know, because we can use that method for math, we can use it for language arts, we can use it for anything. So there you go. Anyway, that's your video for today. Bye-bye. Can you say, please like and subscribe?
Please like you right.
And hit the bell for notifications.
Hit bell, you know, notification.